What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel, man. Happy Thursday, and yesterday was a banger. Absolute banger. That home run prediction tool did work again. And that's what I'm saying. It hit twice out of the last 5 days before yesterday, right? And then yesterday, other than Adalis Garcia, Rami ended up hitting a home run, and Pete Alonso ended up hitting home runs, the two that I also recommended. So the tool is absolutely going crazy. The home run prediction tool is absolutely going crazy, and using the strategy that we have been using it has been crazy. Now, that doesn't mean you go on Props Made Easy, you get your little membership on Props Made Easy, and you start putting $1,000 a day on home run calls, okay? That's not what that means, all right? You utilize Props Made Easy for what it's made to do, okay? You use a quarter of your bankroll to maybe half at the most of your normal unit size. I'm not saying a half of your entire bankroll. I'm saying a half of your normal unit size. So if your normal bet size is $5, $10, you would do $2 maybe at the most on a home run parlay. Okay? And so I just wanted to make sure I reiterate that, because during big times, it's just as important to be like during big times to kind of humble you down and make sure you stay in your lane on the bankroll management, just as much as like during good times I want to celebrate. You know, I still got to make sure that everybody is still staying humble and staying disciplined and responsible. You feel what I'm saying? Now, there are swings in sports betting. You have times where you're playing the sharpest plays, which is plus EV plays. You can play the sharpest plays and have downswings. That's why I say all the time is like, if you've been a Props Made Easy member before and you didn't find success, you probably just didn't give it enough time for that variance to come through for you. That variance has downswings. Like, no matter what you do, you have downswings. You know what I'm saying? I bet up to 25 bets per day. Hold on, buddy. I'm doing a video. I do up to 20. Sorry, I'm out here with my son. My girl's not here, so I'm out here in the living room doing this. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is in the background. If y'all hear that, I apologize, but that's just my life. You know what I mean? You might hear a little scrubby-headed kid in the background as well, so that's my son. Sorry. Anyway, so getting back to it, what was I even saying? I'm blanking on it. Anyway, I play about 25 bets a day on average normally. Now, in my premium Discord, I don't post all of those because I understand that everybody's not going to play all of those. Okay, I like to be more realistic with it and understand what people can be able to keep up with and get in on a regular basis, right? So I try to keep it around a handful to maybe 10 bets a day that I post on the premium Discord. Now, playing plus EV, I'm on a downswing right now. And this is the prime example of what I'm talking about. I'm not going to sit here and just always say I'm always up. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not. The reality of it is, as you go on over time, you're going to have moments where you go down and you're in the negative. The point is, though, that you continue playing EV and you end up in the positive long term. Now, some of our premium bets, we've been having fun with it and playing a lot of plus odds stuff, you know what I mean, trying to really stack up units, and we've just had bad variance during some of that, so that's just is what it is, but it's part of the game. You feel what I'm saying? And it's part of the game. If you want to be a part of something really premium and really level up long term when it comes to profit, and understand that the swings are going to happen, and long term we will end up, you can join the premium always. You can find that down in the link in the comment section down below. The tools I'm using in this video is obviously propsmadeeasy.com. Only $20 a month to join these tools, man. If you haven't been using these tools and you're using something paying more than $20 a month, you're absolutely out of your mind. To get plus EV data, you can't find it for free. To get plus EV data, you can't find it for under $50 a month. So it's amazing. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, buddy. I'm recording. Remember? Hold on. Give me a second, okay? All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight through this. My son is not going to let me do this video. All right. Let me refresh, and I'm going to get through the best plays, obviously. You know how to switch to the next one, right, bud? Hit play. Okay. All right. So here we go. At the top of the list for prize picks, we're going to talk about, let's select both. Do we have WNBA going on? We should. Okay, yeah, so we got WNBA and MLB selected, and then we're looking at prize picks right now, and then we're going to select just the DFS books, and then we're going to select all books and look at the best options that we have available to us. At the top of the list here, you will see Dearica Hamby under 4.5 first quarter points at a 6.7 EV due to minus 138 consensus odds on prize picks. The issue with this type of play is there's only 2 consensus books built in. Okay, and I always tell y'all, man, it's important. Like, I never play a play that's only got 2 books being compared to it. Like, while it's high EV, yes, And we're going to show you the play because it's high EV, but nonetheless, to sort off and make sure you're only seeing plays that have 30 or more consensus books so that they have a solid floor, click on high EV heat. The high EV heat filter will sort all of the nonsense out and show you only what is the most legit, okay? Now, if you're doing this on a consistent basis, you're using the high EV heat filter, you are going to be playing plays that not only are 5% or higher EV, but are going to have 30 or more books baked into the consensus as well. And that's getting rid of the crazy books too. Like, we're not out of those 30-something books, we're not using little Jimmy's book down the street where he just comes up with his odds in his bedroom. We're only using the most legit ones, the ones that make the most sense and are around the same area. You feel what I'm saying? We're not using, I don't care, little Jimmy loves LeBron, right? So little Jimmy's got it at minus 200 odds on his over 19.5 points. When in reality, everywhere else is minus 125. Just because little Jimmy loves the over on LeBron. You know, you feel what I'm saying? So little Jimmy doesn't know what he's talking about. So screw little Jimmy. We get his book out of the way. We take only just the smartest, sharpest books. Okay, so Gunnar Henderson over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs on Prizepicks is a 6.28 EV. Minus 136 consensus odds among 32 books. Gunnar Henderson's a great spot because he's minus 136 among 32 books, but yet on Prizepicks you get the even payout on either side. Jackie Young under 14.5 points on Prizepicks is a 5.04 EV. Minus 132 consensus across the industry, across 31 books, as you can see right here with the WNBA. Solid spot for her as well on her under 14.5 points at a 5.04. These would be two of the best options that we have available. Now, the sharp and safe filter when it comes to the DFS books will optimize it even more and only show you plays that are minus 140 or higher on sharp books. So we take just the sharp books, about a handful of the sharpest books in the industry, like Pinnacle and others, and then we look at them and they have to be minus 140 or higher on average to be able to show here. So because this is sharp and safe, we know that Gunnar Henderson not only has 30 or more books in the consensus, not only is 5% or higher EV, but also when you look at just the sharp books, it's minus 140 or higher juice as well. Okay, so you know you're getting a great deal on Gunnar Henderson. He's the overall best option when it comes to sharp and safe. Again, the sharp and safe filter is different for the DFS books than it is for the regular books. For the regular books, sharp and safe is going to show you plays that are already favored on that regular book at minus 120 juice or higher. Okay, so that you know you're playing plays that already have a high implied probability, but when taking the consensus odds, gives you even higher probability for that play to hit, right? So let's go ahead and open things up. Let's select all the other DFS books and take a look at what we got here. Let's go back to the high EV heat. At the top of the list, as you can see, I do prefer Underdog over Prizepicks straight up. Sometimes I even prefer Betr over Prizepicks. I mean, there's a lot of amazing plays on the board every single day. If you're somebody who just can play DFS books, I highly suggest you get exposed to all of them then. Like, if you can only play DFS books, then make sure you have Prizepicks, Underdog, Betr, Dabble, all of them, so you can make sure you're playing the best slips wherever they're available. You feel what I'm saying? So Gunnar Henderson over hits, runs, RBIs is still the best option there. Over on Underdog, Luis Severino over 4.5 strikeouts is an amazing option. 51 books have this at minus 136, but yet you get the even payout on the DFS book. Great spot there. Gunnar Henderson's over hits, runs, RBIs we already talked about on Prizepicks. Jackson Holiday over on Betr Picks. Under 0.5 runs is a 6.02 EV. Minus 138 among 31 books. Great spot there. Camila Cardoso. Over 12.5 points on Underdog at a 5.62 EV. Minus 131 of the consensus among 36 books. So again, amazing options on the board. And as always, if you're a Props Made Easy member, you can find them in a jiffy. We're going to get to that home run parlay at the end, by the way. Stick around. We're going to do another one, obviously. Come on now. All right. Now, let's look at sharp and safe. Among all books, we're doing all books, sharp and safe. So what I want to see, right? I want to see plays where I'm going to hit the most consistently while still making solid profit long term because I'm playing I'm playing sharp still. Not only am I playing plays that are already favored, but I'm still playing sharp. And that is going to be the most important thing. If you're playing a minus 150 or a minus 200, don't let people tell you that you can't do that. You can do that, but those plays need to still be solid EV and have good reason for you doing that. You don't have to just play underdogs to make the most profit, some of you. All right? And you don't need to just play minus 200s. But you need to play the best EV regardless. At the top of the list, you have Jahmai Jones on Novig. Over 0.5 hits is minus 145 odds on no vig. So already has a high implied probability percent to hit the over 0.5 hits on no vig. But yet it's still a almost 10 EV due to consensus odds being minus 185 among 35 books. These are the type of plays that not only are going to hit consistently, but slowly but surely get you in that profit. It will be a slower journey than the underdog type plays at like plus 110, right? But it'll still do it nonetheless, okay? A good range that I tell y'all all the time is like a minus 115 to minus 130 is a good little threshold to where you're still going to make good profit while still being consistent. It's a good little balance, right? Like if you're playing minus 140s all the time, yes, you're going to be consistent, and that's going to be the most consistent hit. You're not going to make as much profit as quick. So the most optimal range for me is like minus 115 range. If you want plays that are have a high implied probability already, minus 115 to the minus 130 around that range is perfect. Jordan Walker is right around that level. Good job, buddy. Jordan Walker under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at minus 133 on ProfitX. 9.2 EV due to minus 165 consensus among 30 books. So again, this is minus 133 odds, already favored on ProfitX to go under 1.5 hits, runs, or RBIs. But yet you're still playing it sharp because it's minus 165 among 30 other books. Great value. Nick Kurtz under 0.5 RBIs on DraftKings, 8.82 EV at minus 135. Yu Darvish under 15.5 outs at minus 130 on no vig, 8.7 EV due to the consensus odds you're getting there. Azora Stevens over 1.5 three-pointers made at minus 120 at an 8.57. It's as easy as this. Props Made Easy was made in mind for the regular people. Most of you watching me right now have regular jobs that you got to be at every day. 9 to 5 jobs. Regular working human beings that are just looking to make the most profit they can. Add a little extra money into their pockets every single week they can use to take their girl on a date or just, you know, go get some ice cream or something. I don't know. But profit nonetheless. That's all y'all looking to do. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I'm here to help. That's the demographic I'm here to help. The regular ass people, because I used to be that guy. I used to be placing my bets in the bathroom at work way back in the day. That's how I understand how that shit goes. So that's why we made Props Made Easy for you. That's why it's only $20 a month, over half the price of any other tool showing EV. That's why, because we understand we want to make it so that it's affordable for you to still be able to make profit long term. If you're paying $50+ on a tool, that's cutting into your profit every week. You're having to spend that money on the tool. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why Props Made Easy comes in clutch, baby. Let's look at the game center, and we're going to go into the home run prediction, our parlay. The best first inning runs play on Prizepicks is the over 0.5 first inning runs. 82 books have this at minus 124, but you get the even payout on Prizepicks, obviously. So the over on LA and Seattle. All right, let's open it up, and let's select WNBA as well. First thing, let's look at sharp and safe. Nothing for sharp and safe right now. Let's look at high EV heat. So when it comes to high EV heat, we got the Cleveland-Baltimore over 0.5 first inning total runs on no vig. You can grab it minus 101, where it's minus 118 among 78 books, giving it a solid EV. Good spot there. I don't really care about the total even odds runs. I don't play that much. Indiana Fever, money line at plus 125 on ESPN Bet, where it's plus 111 among 105 books. Again, this is a plus money play. That is a solid EV. It's not plus 300 where you're taking stupid underdog. It's plus 125, not even a big underdog, but yet you're getting a good payout grabbing this if they end up winning this game. San Diego Padres, plus 0.5 first half run line at minus 103 on Circa, where it's minus 116 among 83 books. So good spot there as well. Let's look at the home run prediction tool. All right, moving on to the home run prediction tool. At the top of the list, we only got a couple home run nuke zone plays today. Let's hope that they're in the let's go to FanDuel. And they're both positive Vegas edges. Thank you, Nick Kurtz, for our parlay of the day. If this hits again, I will give $50 to somebody in the comment section if this hits. All right, we barely missed it yesterday with Adalis not hitting a home run, even though Pete Alonso and what's his name? Whatever, you know who I'm talking about hit. Even though those two hit, that's not the technical play that I announced to y'all. We got to make sure we hit the exact one. I gave y'all 3 home run calls and 2 of them hit. Today, I'm giving you a home run parlay of Nick Kurtz against Jason Alexander. He's plus 255 on FanDuel, giving him a positive 1.95 Vegas edge. Not a huge Vegas edge, but nonetheless, he's a nuke zone play with the data backing him. and he's a positive Vegas edge. Cal Riley against Kikuchi at plus 215 at a 4.35 Vegas edge. Pair these two together, and you've got a solid-ass home run parlay today. Again, don't use a full unit size. Use a quarter of a half unit on these. Amazing spot, though. And again, straight off the home run prediction tool at Props Made Easy. This tool is absolutely ridiculous. If you've ever used Props Made Easy and you feel like it wasn't worth the $20, then you're 100% using it wrong, and you need to hit the team up so that you can utilize it right. Plain and simple. That's just the fact of the matter. You can check the comment section and see tons of people who have success on a daily basis using the Props Made Easy tool. Open your eyes and understand you're not the only, like, if you're one of the very few people who is saying they're not winning with Props Made Easy, you may be the one in the wrong. You feel what I'm saying? If thousands and thousands of people, for example, over 24,000 people use Props Made Easy. If over 24,000 people are using Props Made Easy, sure, not every one of those 24,000 are loving Props Made Easy right now. There may be some, but at the end of the day, we're staying over that level in the slowest time of year. So if 24,000 people are, most of the 24,000 people are loving Props Made Easy, but yet you, little Richie on YouTube, who tried Props Made Easy for a few days, doesn't like it and thinks it's not legit, who do you think's in the wrong? You, little Richie. You feel what I'm saying? Get with it, baby. Let's get this money today, baby. Thank y'all for joining me as always. PropsMadeEasy.com. Join up. The premium Discord, links down in the description if you want to play sharp with your boy. Appreciate y'all as always. I'm out. Peace.